What is hide or die?
You can hide, but you can't run.
Hide or Die is the new early access Steam game that comes out August 1st. So let me explain the game, gameplay, and upcoming features to be coming to this new horror battle royale game. Hide or Die has two different game modes that are currently in the game: Last Man Standing and Escape. We'll start out with Last Man Standing along with the core gameplay and objectives of the game. Hide or Die is exactly as the name suggests. You either hide or you'll die. 16 survivors spawn in a bunker, which counts down to the moment where you climb out of the hatch in Bale County, West Virginia, where you must survive in order to be the last man in a 1v1 versus the hunter. The play area is constantly moving while the game is going and shrinking to ensure no one sits in one spot for too long. As the game goes on, this will cause more damage the longer you're outside of the play area, and the less survivors that are left, it'll do more damage per tick. Your goal as survivor is to either gain the darkness and become the hunter, or hide to become the last one alive. You can also use your in-game phone to text other survivors, which also has a flashlight to be able to see in dark areas. But watch out, because the hunter can see the flashlights, but they cannot hear the text sounds from your phone. In order to become the hunter, you must be the first one to get to the darkness orb, which is indicated by a red beam of light shooting into the sky. Once consumed by the darkness, you can choose from 3 different hunters that are currently in the game so far. Each hunter has its own set of abilities and perks which can be chosen, but we'll go into that later. Once you have chosen your hunter, you will have as long as your corrupted bar lasts in order to eliminate as many survivors as you can. Survivors must hide using hiding spots around the map and items to help get away from the hunter, with plenty of hiding spots such as trash bins, dumpsters, and coffins, or even plain old hide in a bush or tall grass in order to be as stealthy as possible. You can also peek in and out of hiding spots using the Alt button. You stop that! Killers can see survivors peeking, so be careful not to be too obvious. Survivors can also finish fuse boxes around the play area in order to reduce the hunter's corrupted time. As a hunter, you must eliminate survivors. Each hunter has different abilities to help them, and all of them can use an ability called Dark Sight, which allows the hunter to traverse faster and shows areas in which survivors are hiding. Eliminating survivors ensures your place closer to being the last alive, and for every survivor eliminated, everyone remaining will gain experience in darkness. Once your corrupted meter is fully depleted, you will revert back to a survivor, and this allows for other players to be able to become the hunter. The goal of players is to either be the last survivor alive or be the hunter during the 1v1 battle once the hunter has eliminated everyone but that one player. The last player will have a chance to fight the hunter in a 1v1 battle where the remaining survivor can find guns laying around the play area, varying from blue, which are rare guns, up to yellow/gold, which are legendary guns. The hunter and survivor will have to play smart from here. 2 hits from a hunter will result in a survivor's death, but also certain guns have the ability to do massive damage to hunters, especially with headshots. The longer you survive in the game, the more experience and darkness you will get. The escape game mode is what I would basically call a farming type of game mode. Same as Last Man Standing, but instead of 16 players, you will have 30 players in one game. You will then come out of the hatch anywhere in all of Bale County. You must pick up weapons and farm the different currencies in the game mode, which are a lot easier to farm than in Last Man Standing. The core gameplay of this game mode is to gather darkness, which you can gain up to 3,000 darkness by either finding extractions or farming the mobs that roam around darkness sites. Your player will gradually gain corruption. This corruption can be used at 100%, which allows you to turn into a hunter at these darkness sites. As a hunter, you are free to hunt down survivors in order to steal their darkness and leave them with nothing to deny them points. This is hard, but rewarding. You must traverse the map for as long as their corruption lasts, If you do end up finding a survivor and eliminating them, they lose all of their darkness, but keep the credits and experience they gained before they were eliminated. This may change. The game mode lasts for 20 minutes. 15 minutes of roaming and looting, and 5 minutes to escape with your goodies. If you escape, you keep all your darkness that you have acquired in the game. If you die, you lose it all. But this might change when the game is actually released. With the 2 game modes explained, we'll talk about the survivor and their perks, along with the individual hunters and their perks. The survivors have 9 perks they can choose from, which can be leveled up to a maximum of 3. 2k darkness for level 1, 4k darkness for level 2, and 8k darkness for level 3. The survivors have 9 perks they can choose from. Perk 1 is athletic conditioning. Perk 2 is XP boost. Perk 3 is extraction boost. Perk 4, health boost. Perk 5 is survivalist. Perk 6, utility belt. Perk 7 is hidden darkness. Perk 8 is lucky draw. Perk number 9, and the last perk, is silent steps. Most of these perks are used in the escape game mode, but these stats and usages can change and probably will change. Next we have the 3 unique hunters, with the first being the scientist, who is playable at level 1 survivor and uses an electrified club as his main weapon of choice. The scientist has 2 unique abilities. Ability 1 is called Hollow Dome. The scientist throws down an object which creates a dome around a certain area, trapping survivors, making them unable to leave the dome till it goes away. Ability 2 is Radar. You can pull out your radar, which when used with your M2 button can ping survivors' locations. This isn't pinpoint, so you will still need to look around in order to find survivors. Scientist has 8 unique perks. Perk 1 is Big Game. Perk number 2 is Pocket Ping. Perk 3 is Carrying Bag. Perk number 4 is Advanced Chip. Perk number 5 is Tracking Code. Perk number 6 is Zoned Target. Perk number 7 is Lightning Strike. Perk number 8 is Closing Fate. The next hunter we have is the Fisherman, who is playable at level 5 survivor and uses a harpoon spear as his main weapon of choice. Also with 2 unique abilities, his first being his harpoon gun, which can shoot harpoons at survivors. Charging it up by holding M2 will cause it to deal more damage and shoot farther. The second ability is Sonar. The Fisherman will set up a sonar into the ground, which will reveal survivors in its vicinity. The Fisherman has 8 unique perks. Perk 1 is Ping. Perk number 2 is Battery Pack. Perk number 3 is Poison Tips. Perk number 4 is CO2 Tank. Perk number 5 is Tracking. Perk number 6 is Shielding. Perk number 7 is Explosive Bolts. And then the last perk is Sonar Awareness. Our last hunter is named Stitches, who is playable at level 10 Survivor and dual wields scissors as his weapon of choice. Stitches has one unique ability, with a second unique ability being a perk he is able to equip. His first ability is Jackboxes, which can be placed on the ground, and when survivors walk over them, they trip. This allows Stitches to see their position and giving an audible warning. His second ability is True Sight, but will allow Stitches to activate the ability and use M2 to highlight survivors in its AoE. Stitches also has 8 unique perks. Perk 1 is Toy Box. Perk 2 is Bouncy Ball. Perk 3 is Health Boost. Perk 4 is Springboard. Perk number 5 is Surprise. Perk number 6 is Dash. Perk number 7 is True Sight. Perk number 8 is also True Sight, but it's called 2020. You do not have to have both of these perks in order to use True Sight. And then the last perk is Consumed. Every single hunter has this perk. So that's the survivors' unique perks, the 3 unique killers, and their unique abilities, along with their unique perks. More perks and hunters will be added in the future, and possibly unique skins for survivors and hunters. So this is Hide or Die, a 16-player horror battle royale where you fight to be the last one alive or die trying. The game will release on August 1st, and if you use the link in the description, it will also support me directly. I'll also be doing a giveaway for my very own cosmetics in the game on release day, which I'll be streaming on August 1st on Twitch. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in game or in my Twitch chat August 1st.